Okay, are my keys working? I think they are now. I had my F keys locked. Oh no! Are my F keys still not working? Oh my goodness. Sorry. It's like this every time we start a new game. It's just like, oh yes, you wanted things to work? How dare you? Okay, seriously. F keys are not locked and we're still not working. Okay, I love that. And now my face cam just disappeared, even though I didn't hit it. It's fine. I'm not mad about that at all. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So we're actually going to do things a little different today. I am feeling like putting on some makeup, so we're going to put on makeup before we start playing because I think that might be fun to do. I haven't done it in a hot second. And also, I was cleaning out I have a cabinet under the bookshelf, and I was cleaning that out to like figure things out and get things arranged better, and I found my makeup bag that I used to keep on my desk. I don't even remember half of what's in here. So let's take an adventure. I have some first aid, antibiotic, and pain relief cream because that makes sense for me. No, seriously, that makes sense for me. My cat has a habit of not remembering that she has claws. An eyeshadow that more often than not I use as a mirror because I am lazy. I actually have a proper mirror. A tester of the Clinique Black Honey, which is fine, but seriously, like, not the Clinique product we should be hyping up if we're gonna hype any Clinique product. Let's be real. Mascara. Mascara primer. And more mascara. And those are all testers that I got as a gift. This, which is too warm for my skin, but it works sometimes. I'm not going to be working with that, and a chapstick. Apparently I have a tester perfume in here too. This is my favorite, just because look. It's got a little button that like springs it out. And this red is a beautiful red. We're not wearing it today, but it's a beautiful red. The reason we're not wearing it today is because I swear it's like a semi-permanent color. Does not come off. Does not want to come off. It's just like stuck to the skin. It's gorgeous and a little frightening. Honestly though, I think I'm going to use my lip stains. That's not the one that I want. Because I don't know. I like that they're a water stain and I can use them on like half my face. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Oh, I have to shake them first. I'm supposed to shake them. I forget like 95% of the time. And I have a giant ass mirror that's not supposed to be used for this, but look at that. That's a little bit too warm for me too, but who cares? Another thing too about it being a lip stain, if anything like dries down too fast, you just I am putting like the tiniest amount, I swear. I have 3 colors of these. They're not cheap because it's a small business and like you gotta charge. Also, there's like so much of this. there are 12 whole milliliters in it, and little goes a long way, so. I don't actually know if it's safe to use around the eye. Went a little wild there. Yeah, I know. Do I have a... I know I have a paper towel that I can use somewhere in here. The question is whether or not I can get at it without destroying half of everything that I have up here. Because that went a little too high. I'm hoping I'm not spilling this. I think I can't see that in the mirror, well, in the thing, because makeup always looks different in the mirror than it does on, like, the camera. Partially because I do have a couple filters on here. If you watched my behind the scenes of me putting the Cats files together, like, you saw me take off the filters. I'll show you now because I think that it's really interesting to look at. So, that's without filters. But I don't like necessarily how that looks, and I don't think it looks necessarily true to life either. So, like, the color correction that I have, this looks how it looks to me, like, in a mirror. And then just to make it a little darker, more dramatic and thematic, we have this. It's essentially the same thing, but it's a good little reality check. I think I want a little bit of drama. This might be a mistake though, let's be real. I'm actually going to apply this to my finger rather than directly to my lip because I feel like that might be too much. A little too little. That did not work out. Nope, I think I messed it up. I don't like that. Like, it looks fine, I think, on the screen, but I'm not liking how it's looking. We might be able to fix it, but we're gonna see. Actually, that doesn't look too bad now. I kind of want to put chapstick over it, though. Just to smooth things out a little. I almost dropped things. It's fine. And I don't store these in my makeup bag because I prefer storing them, like, up and down. It's just a personal thing. Question is, which chapstick? I think I'm going to use this chapstick because it's a really soft chapstick. Like, the first time I bought it, I was like, oh, I'm not buying this again because I literally broke it. Yeah, that looks a lot better to me. I swear these colors aren't that dark and it just turns out looking so dark. Now the frustrating part, which is lashes. I don't know if I'm going to just use the primer because the primer helps my lashes look a little bit more defined, or if I'm going to do the primer and the black mascara that I have here. We'll start with one. So technically this is white, but like, it dries pretty clear. Smells like paint thinner though. Smells like paint thinner. You can't even see it on here. Yeah, now I'm gonna put a little bit of black on it. I know I've used one of these testers before, but I haven't used the other one. I think it was this one. I don't remember if I liked it though. I'm very particular about my mascara just because I cannot do anything that's like too wet. Like, I tried the Essence Lash Princess because everybody is like, oh, that's so great. And it was way too wet for me. Ah, yeah, this is perfect. I just ended up with the mascara smeared all over my eyelid. And it gave a ton of length, but I really don't need that. Unless I'm doing, like, my photography or something. I don't even know if you can see that on camera. once again, difference between on camera and in real life, because in real life this is a lot. Like more than I would usually do for like a natural look. But like it works for this. It's just one of those things of the difference between camera and reality. It's like I'm not a big fake lash person, but I'll use like Essence Lash Princess or like, what was the other one? It was like 1,000 lashes thing that somebody gifted me. And that works really well if you layer it with a drier mascara. Like this one actually, this is a drier mascara that I would typically wear. To create like a false effect without putting false lashes on. So it photographs really well, but in real life I think it looks like a nightmare. I don't like really bold lashes. It's just not my personal vibe, and I cannot stand the sensation of having a false lash on my face either. Like it'll make my eyes water and bothers me. Like the girls that can, and even the guys that can, like full admiration to you, because that's hard. My eyes like start freaking out like, oh my gosh, what are you doing to me? I'm like, it's a false lash, get over it. It's light as a feather. That's just me being oversensitive. And I'm actually fully dressed because I'm planning on doing a thing after this. So I'm gonna go put this stuff away, and you can see where I do my not so sane storage. It's a whole thing. I need to figure out how to stabilize that. I'm gonna go wash my hands too, just because it kind of looks a little bit weird with my ring finger and my middle finger on this hand. So I'll be right back. Yeah, and like, are you seriously? No, don't do that. And this is like the first time I'm wearing this. It's one of those like slip chain necklaces. I don't think I like it. I think I'm gonna donate this because it does. I have it super loose. It does not feel loose. Like something mentally, my brain is like it's trying to kill me, and I know it's all in my head. Also, I have this ring that I don't even think. Can't even see it. Anyway, It's got some etching on it that I filled in actually with black because it wasn't sticking out enough, and it's still not sticking out enough. Let's just say it goes in the middle finger for a good reason. Anyway. Don't do that. Thank you. Alright. So now. Don't do that. I have to get through my advertisements real quick. And trust me, I'm gonna go lightning fast because I want to get into the gaming as much as you guys do, probably. I mean, I don't know your life, but... Alright, so this is my website. It's down in the description. You got my pretty little gallery of pictures. If you would like my free Pride Stinger transitions, hit digital merch right here. Here, it's this one. If you want to see my cat's files behind the scenes, like, I still think that's probably one of the videos I'm most proud about. I'm still very proud of my cat's files, beside the point. Anyway, digital merch. You go to digital merch. It will bring you here. Scroll down. It's right here. Pride Stinger transitions for OBS. There's 3 in the pack. You can download whichever ones you want. They're all in zip files. They're all transparent, so you don't need any track mat. You just pop it in, modify the timing so that it looks right in your side of the system, and you're good. You can't pay me even if you wanted to. Okay? You can't pay me even if you wanted to. Alright. Now, also, down here, we have my FAQ and important to me. I recommend viewing both before you ask, silly questions. No, but seriously, like, I haven't gone into my FAQ for a while, so we're going to show that. But first, important to me, we have my rules, so you can read through them and make sure that, we're all clear, such as internet safety. People don't get internet safety nowadays. I say that, but, like, really. I see kids being like, oh yeah, who lives in this city? And I'm like, you are a actual child. Don't do that, please. Please. And yeah, so we've got a ton of resources and different charities down here. So, if you need help or something, take a browse. If you have any that are useful, like, I don't know, make your own FAQ. Not FAQ, resources. I'm working on this. It's a work in progress. I'm constantly adding new things once I find them and stuff, and vet them, of course, because there's some sketchy things on the internet. Be aware, sketchy things on the internet. But the FAQ, yeah, we've got how to pronounce my name. We also have all the programs that I use, what my computer is built with, yeah, links back to my suggestion box. It's a whole thing. I have a suggestion box too. I don't check it regularly, so, like, sorry. Okay. So now let's go over the actual, like, gaming goals right now. Actually, I have to check my audio sources. We'll do that later. So we're going to be playing through Dishonored, like the entire Dishonored franchise, except for Death of the Outsider, because I'm not really into playing Death of the Outsider again. I didn't necessarily like it a whole bunch. But we're going to play Dishonored 1 and 2, and the Dishonored, like, DLC, Brickmore Witches and stuff. And we're going to play it low chaos in the most not low chaos way possible. Does that make sense? It'll make sense when we get into the game, trust me. So we're going to go through low chaos, and then we'll go back and do high chaos as, like, stealthy as possible. I don't know, I guess that's the vibe we're going for. I did this back when I first got on Twitch, before I even had, like, schedules or anything. I think, oh gosh. it was a while ago. It was like 2018 maybe, or 2019. But I didn't archive any of those, so I don't actually have them anymore. Like, to frame it as this is how long ago it was. One second, I gotta show you this because it was long time ago. So it was after I was using this one, because this was my original theme with the indigo to light purple, which looks more like pink backgrounds. I only think I used this for like a hot second. Doesn't really matter. It was when I was using this one, which I used specifically for Dishonored, which is super, it looks super simple, it's cute, but it's not what I'm going for, okay? Like, look at what we're going for now. This is much more in-depth, it's much more personalized to me. I like it a lot. So, it was a long time ago. I used this one for a really long time, but it was when I first made this that I was doing Dishonored. So, it's been a hot minute. Like, a really hot minute. Why are you muted? Oh, dear. I think I'm gonna use my earbuds just because I've got earrings in today. I haven't worn earrings for a while, and these are cute. So I wanted to wear these as well as just I needed to wear earrings because otherwise I was not going to have earring holes in my ears anymore. Not that you need earring holes in your ears. I mean, clip-on earrings are a thing for a good reason, and they're quite cute. I'm waiting on Steam now, again. If you weren't here on Saturday, thank God, because Saturday was a train wreck. Yeah, so that's the whole thing. But yeah, I'm actually fully dressed for once. Usually I'm just in pajamas and I might put on a different shirt because... Look, realism, guys. Realism. I'm like, I'm gonna go game in my pajamas because that's what's fun. Dishonored is just it's having a moment where it's like we're having an issue. We're just waiting. I don't know what it's doing. It says it's running an install script for Microsoft DirectX, which I played this like 2 months ago. It's not... I had an ongoing playthrough that I was like, oh yeah, I never finished that, did I? I didn't. I also have my phone charging on a wireless charger back there because I don't hate myself, and I actually kind of had made a mistake. I didn't charge it last night, which means I was surprised because it was at 48% battery when I woke up. For once, my battery wasn't dead as a doornail. Guess we're just waiting. We're waiting on you, Microsoft, whatever it is. I love that it's like, oh yes, you need to... Oh, I know what happened. Every couple months I go into my programs and stuff, like the system thing, and I delete a ton of the old executables that they need to run games. Because if I don't actively have that game installed, I don't see why I need it. But oftentimes, it doesn't uninstall when you uninstall the game. So, Okay, yeah, I do need to. Black screen, sorry about that. It's gonna be fine. Are you scared of the dark? Okay. Holy shit, that's loud. Okay. Oh, gosh. Yay. We can hear? We're all good. I think we're all good. Should be fine. We'll see. Also, return of my skull cup, because we're a deadly assassin. It says continue. What was I doing? 2023. Are you... Yeah, that sounds like me. I don't keep track of anything. It's fine. Cheat. We set it a little bit higher than I actually need it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I've played this game how many times? I love, though, that a lot of my favorite games, I'm like, oh, I don't like first-person games because they give me a headache.
Corvo, if only there was someone else I trusted to send, so that you could remain near. But there is...
No, not that. Why are the captions so tiny? Where would that be? I can't change. Okay, one, global volume can go all the way up to 100. Okay, you're loud enough as is. It's fine. Are you telling me I can't make those bigger? I'm gonna mess with this just because I want the captions to be bigger. And we're gonna hope that it works. You know what? This is probably a mistake. This is probably a mistake. This is, I'm gonna do a thing. Okay, so basically all that we did is we changed it. Well, we changed the, changed the capture. I have it on a different capture source, so it's not gonna mess with, like, Dead by Daylight if I resize it, or any other games that I decide to play. Hopefully that'll make the captions a little bit bigger, because I don't need them to be pinpricks. I'm gonna play on normal. Yes, it's fine. Go ahead. Jeez Louise. You have just returned from a journey of several months, visiting the other nations in the Empire to ask for aid in dealing with the rat plague. You must deliver their diplomatic response to the Empress, whom you serve as Lord Protector.
Corvo, if only there was someone else I trusted to send, so that you could remain near. But there is no one else. And the spy master was right to insist that I send you. The plague has taken so many, and we must find a cure. When you are near, my heart is at peace. Emily and I will count the days until you return. Hurry home and bring good news.
Like, strictly speaking, I don't need the captions, but when the captions are tiny little pinpricks, I kind of want them at the very least. Hello.
Take us straight to Dunwall Tower. Lord Corvo has news for the Empress, and we've come a long way.
Yes, we have.
A long way to bring bad news. The sailors say there's a curse on us. Black magic.
Superstition.
You're not wrong.
For all we know, there's a cure for the plague by now.
Says who?
Maybe. We live in strange times. Sending the Empress's bodyguard away for a couple of months. That's unusual.
It is. I like this guy.
We
He's
need
on
help with
something.
the rat plague. Oh, there! We're going up.
Going up. Okay.
Ready?
Closed in.
Running on the pipes. And she's rising.
This is very like the world design here is so pretty, and I like that it looks like a piece of artwork. And I don't understand. I don't know if that was a stylistic choice or not. I mean, they changed it in the second game, and that was kind of disappointing to me. I liked almost the sketchy stylism of it.
Fair voyage, sir. All quiet out here. The Empress will be in the pavilion when you're ready.
Damn, my guy. I get stuck.
Next time?
Yes, yes. The pressure was too low. All these new machines are touching.
Just don't do
that's
anything
good.
crazy. Sokolov's changed everything, and we don't know what the hydraulics can do.
We've got him here today doing a portrait. If there's a time to try something, it's now.
I'm adjusting.
Hello, sir.
Corvo, you're back.
Emily! Hi,
Please tell me about your
sweetie!
trip,
How are
please.
you?
Were there any whales? Wait, let's play hide and seek first. I'll cover my eyes and you hide. You have time? Mother's busy talking to that nasty old spy master.
I know this is technically a tutorial, but we have to play with Emily. Like, it's just not right to skip it.
Okay, here we go. Follow me, Corvo.
Welcome home, Lord Protector. Stop moving, Campbell. And you, Corvo, welcome back. From wherever you've been. They sent him all around the Isles to beg for aid. A waste of time. My elixir will banish the plague from this city. Now keep still a moment, High Overseer Campbell.
It's been a while too since I've gamed on my keyboard. All the games I'm playing right
Let's see if
now.
you're still good at this. I'll hide my eyes and count, and at the end of the countdown, I'll try and find you. Okay, I'm going to count to 10. Find a place to hide.
Stealth mode.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here I come. Here. Now let's see where you're hiding.
Do I hop out?
Okay, you win. We should go now, so Mother can see you too.
Hello.
Let's go! Come on!
Girl, I got longer legs than you.
Did you see any monsters while traveling to the other isles? My nanny says the big ocean's full of them. But I think she only says that to scare me.
Don't worry, you'll see one day.
I'm not so sure that painting looks like Campbell.
You saw my improvements to the waterlock.
Should be. She'll see you at once. It's been good traveling with you, Corvo.
Are you the nan? No, you're just a maid. Okay.
They're sick people, not criminals.
We've gone
Exactly.
beyond that question, Your Majesty.
They're my citizens, and we will save them from the plague if we can. All of them.
Very well.
We will not speak of this again.
Mother, Corvo is back.
Thank you, Emily. Leave us, please.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
My hair product is drying now, so it's getting stiff.
Corvo,
Gotta like
2 days early. Full of surprises, as usual.
2 days early.
It's a
Follow
fair
me,
wind that
Captain.
brings you home to me.
You should leave
What
them
news have you
alone.
brought?
Probably nothing good.
I hoped that one of the other cities had dealt with this before, knew of some cure. This news is very bad. We're at the breaking point. Cowards. They're going to blockade us. They'll wait to see if the plague turns the city into a graveyard.
Are you okay, Mother? You seem sad.
Yes, don't worry, darling. Mother is fine. Wait, where are the guards? Who sent them away?
Mother, look! What are they doing on the rooftop?
What? Emily, come here. Emily, get behind me!
I'm not doing this well.
Look out! Another one!
Where? Oh my god!
Corvo, thank you. If you hadn't been here...
No more! Not again!
Mommy!
No! Get away from her! Corvo!
Mommy!
Powerless to watch.
Get away!
I've seen this so many times and completely desensitized to it. I'm sorry, Jessamine. Jessamine. How do you pronounce her name? Oh.
Corvo, it's all coming apart. Find Emily. Protect her. You're the only one. You'll know what to do. Won't you?
I'll take care of
Corvo.
everything. Don't worry about it.
Ward us all. Look at what he's done.
Yes, he's killed the Empress. What did you do with young Lady Emily, traitor?
Her own bodyguard. Ironic.
I'll see you beheaded for this, Corvo. Take him.
This is truly a wonderful game. 6 months have passed since you were accused by the royal spy master of murdering the Empress and conspiring to abduct her daughter Emily, the royal heir. Now, locked away in Coldridge Prison, the time of your execution draws near. let's see how that works out for them. We're not able to be too chaotic yet. We gotta kind of wait for our powers. Order shall prevail. Yeah, that's not a fascist state at all.
This is your final chance, Corvo. Sign the confession, and let me give you the rights to put your spirit at ease.
That's enough for now. Get out. Let's give the man some time to think. Corvo, the Empress is dead. Her daughter Emily is hidden away, and no one will ever know the truth.
Yes.
Who were you planning on taking the fall for this? Because I came back early.
This country needs strong leadership now. Someone to guide the weak. And that's where we come in.
No,
There was nothing personal in this, even though you almost sank our plans. But it turned out well. You were in the wrong place at the right time. And someone has to take the fall.
So who was gonna take the fall before?
Goodbye, Corvo.
Like, that's my question.
Guards! Take him back to his cell.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not picking at the writing in this point, in this case, because these guys are seriously not the smartest villains. They're
You should eat, Corvo. This meal comes from a friend.
yeah. I can left control does that. A little fire that warms is better than a big fire that burns. That's true. We all start with innocence, but the world leads us to guilt. I've never taken the time to read those. Corvo, who we are is irrelevant right now. Just know that we have faith in you. Here's the key to your cell. Once you're out, head for the prison's interrogation room. Take the explosive there and plant it on the outer door. When the bomb goes off, run. Make for the river and lose yourself in the sewers. You'll find some useful gear stashed there. One of the prison guards will leave a weapon just outside your cell. And good luck. We need you alive and well for what's to come. From a friend. How good of a friend.
You should bathe. I can smell you from here. I don't need shit from you. So many people are coming to the execution. It's on account of Corvo, the one who killed the Empress and abducted her daughter, Emily. So it's an occasion? Right. A social event for the high and mighty. Come see the noble Lord Protector get his head chopped off. You're as bad as us betting on the dock.
I forget. I forget. I don't remember if I can quick save or not.
Attention, the solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
Don't worry, man. Everything's gonna be fine, okay? Okay, you're gonna be fine.
Any chance you'll share your food with me tonight?
Please, not now.
No, stupid goddamn stuff on solo. Falling down. That's her.
Tomorrow's execution will be
Heck, I gotta put him down.
personnel assigned to the event
You're out.
and approved
Good for you.
dignitaries only.
Cut some throats.
You're alone.
Someone help me out!
Okay, I'm leaving.
Ha! Ha!
I think I can play this.
Ha! Bastard!
Gosh.
Ha! Damn you! For the watch! Dump you in the river! Take it!
That's locked.
Take it! You're going down!
I'm gonna leave. You have fun with that, okay?
You're gonna bleed!
Okay, can we... I'm holding the space bar. You're not letting me climb. Hi, guy.
Dump you in the river!
Calm your butt. Jeez.
We need to handle this ourselves before it gets to the camp.
Oh, I messed up. I messed up. Never mind. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of the other... Yeah, I think I'm thinking of the other game. Where you could, like...
So many people are coming to the execution.
It's on account of Corvo, the one who killed the Empress and abducted her daughter, Emily.
So it's an occasion.
Right.
You're gonna be
Social
fine,
event
my
for the
guy.
high
Now
life.
we're just gonna have to wait a
See the noble
long,
Lord
long
protected
time.
with his head chopped off.
And it's gonna be really boring. It's gonna be fine.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
See, this is why I can't wait for the powers, because it's gonna be so easy after that.
So many people are
Not to mention, it's gonna be way more fun.
execution tomorrow.
It's on account of Corvo, the one who killed the Empress and abducted her daughter, Emily.
So it's an occasion.
Right. A social event for the high and mighty. Come see the noble Lord protected.
As bad as us betting on the dogfight.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews.
Hey, kill a
unless
guard for me,
accompanied
will
by
you?
an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must
I'm
be
just gonna watch
scheduled in
it
advance.
for at least a
with
cycle.
1 week's notice.
Did I tell you about the time I almost caught that guy who killed the Empress?
Please, not now.
I love that they can't see me just standing here.
No, stupid goddamn stubborn somehow.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Okay. Enjoy your nap, guys. I'm gonna lock you in. Is that okay? Oh, I can't. Okay, whatever.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crew, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort to the solitary must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
She said I was not there. I told her I was because that was the truth. Anyway, and when I got back, I told her. But she never listened, but now everyone will know. I was not a liar, and she was wrong. Okay. The executioner is gifted. That's all I have to be thankful for.
To the personnel assigned to...
That's just ridiculous. Stupid rats.
Scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
So, bro, you were standing up here watching? Incompetence.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Can I just... No, I can't. Okay. That would have been funny if I could just, like, put him in the seat, pretend like he fell asleep on the job. Guys, low chaos is so slow when you're doing it like this that, like, you gotta have your fun somewhere. Oh, yeah. We're fine. Great. Cannot be opened at this time. Music I can pick up. I would like to pick things up.
Corvo's unconscious again. Though he's taken more punishment than the 2 men we brought in for interrogation. When he wakes, we'll start again. Having him sign the confession for her murder isn't critical, but it might be useful to us later. The assassination of an empress is not a trivial matter.
It's not an outright confession, but boys is suspicious. Duty officers report Corvo's interrogation. Corvo Tano, formerly the Royal Protector, will be brought in for interrogation. This is of utmost importance. The Lord Regent and High Overseer Campbell will conduct the questioning themselves, follow their orders without hesitation, and keep the torturer under control. If Corvo dies at his hands, instead of getting the public execution the Lord Regent wants, it'll be your head that rolls next. Damn. Okay. Money. Book. Excerpt from book on the esoteric practices of the Abbey. Once a child shows the proper inclination, he is marked. Overseers are assigned to study the subject. Surreptitious. I don't know how to pronounce that one. In order to determine whether this inclination is supported by cosmological conditions and other signs ongoing throughout the year. At the end of the cycle, those befitting further testing are removed from their homes some hours before dawn and must begin the march to an outpost outside the city. There, the children undergo ritual preparation and evaluation until the last night of the month of rain, when they make a pilgrimage to Whitecliff. During an elaborate ceremony, it is determined which of the children will become overseers and which must be put down. So we brainwash and torture children. Nice. That certainly does bode well. There's no door.
Ackworth, you lazy slug. Did you patrol the yard?
Sorry, not yet. I was gonna report that boiler leak from yesterday.
Forget it. Just do your rounds. The report's trouble for both of us.
I'm moving. Huh?
Any chance you'll share your food with me tonight?
Bug someone else.
The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied.
I messed up. How far does this take me back? Okay, good, not far. That's unfortunate. It's for the best. What was that? I thought I saw something. Was it just in my head? I thought I saw a glimmer. Is that just like weird textures reflecting? I think it's just weird textures. Okay.
Ackworth, you lazy slug. Did you patrol the yard?
Sorry, not yet. I was gonna report that boiler leak from yesterday.
Forget it. Just do
Attention.
your rounds.
The
The
solitary
report's
wing
trouble
is
for both
off
of us.
limits to
I'm
maintenance,
moving.
unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
No, stupid goddamn. Government somehow. Oh, God. That's it. That's just ridiculous. Stupid rats. Plague. elixirs. Bunch of crap.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
I don't want to perform a lethal counterattack. I just want your money.
Dump you in the river. Eat metal. Damn you! Take that.
I'm wondering how far do I have to go for him to go out of range? Would it go out of range at all?
Can't believe we lost it.
Attention.
Messed it up.
The
Okay.
solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch.
We're just gonna
Escort through the
we're
solitary
gonna not do
wing
that.
must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
You gotta believe. Where'd he go? You won't stay hidden for long. What happened? Whacked in the head? I know you're somewhere around here. I'll find you, you hagfish.
I want your money. I want his money.
Oh, I'll find you.
I just want your money.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Ooh. Money. I want your money, guys. Like, that's it. I just want your money, my guy. It's not personal, I just want your money. See? Now I have your money. And you have your life. So, like... Yeah, he's still unconscious, not dead. Okay.
Corvo's execution is tomorrow, right? Yeah, but everything has to be
Attention.
set up
The
today.
solitary wing is
I
off
can't
limits
wait
to
to see
maintenance
his
crews,
head roll.
unless accompanied
Not
by
everyone
an
did,
officer of
but
the
I
watch.
really like the Empress.
Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice. Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Ooh, 50. Nice. I just want your money, man. It's fine. Well, I also kind of want your food.
solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch.
Outsider's eyes, I'm getting
Escort
spooked.
through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance.
What the?
With 1 week's notice.
Hey, my guy. I do not want your life. I just want your money.
Take it! Die! Dump you in the river!
You can try.
Die!
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
I know you're here! Can't stay hidden forever.
Goes who?
I'll flush you out! Won't stay hidden for long!
The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer.
Sorry,
of
my
the
guy.
watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Whee! Can I jump through the door? Yeah, I seriously just want like your money and your food. That's it. Whee! Are you following me? Come on.
Bastard!
You're fast, aren't you?
Solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews,
Says,
unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. I know you're somewhere around. The solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
I know you're here. I'll find you. Keep running.
like I'm a coward, but like... I just want your money.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
And yes, we're essentially taking advantage of the fact that they have programmed ranges and that's that. It just occurred to me that I was like, oh yeah, I haven't searched outside in here and should probably do that. Oh! Well, that would have made things so much fucking easier. I played this game like 6 or 7 times. Wait. It is better
Attention. The solitary wing is
to be a coward for a minute than dead for the rest of your life.
Escort through the solitary wing must be
That's some A-tier advice, man. Yeah, I'm so stealthy. I'm so stealthy, guys. Do you realize how unbelievably stealthy I am? I'm so stealthy. I'm incredibly stealthy, guys. I'm like the stealthiest stealthy to ever stealthy. Just gonna... Follow me. Oh, they do. Shit, man.
Put people down in the sewers.
I'm impressed. You have escaped Coldridge Prison with the help of hidden allies. If you can reach the Wrenhaven River, they promise to aid you in your next move. It's not like they could just follow me through that door, right?
He used some kind of explosive to blast his way out. That doesn't happen by accident.
You think he had help? Who'd know how to do that?
Bottle Street gang, maybe. Watch for booby traps. Be some down here by the look of it.
Good. If we're lucky, one of them will get Corvo.
You're afraid of him? He's Sir Conan. It's all merchants and whores down there.
Kids like you never saw one.
I wish I could be sympathetic, but you also are the people that were like, oh yeah. I kind of wanted their money. You cannot kill the rat plague. Rats are eating our babies. No one will keep us from death. Damn. Yeah, like, we're going low chaos, so, like, I don't need bullets. Amanda and I only had enough coin to buy half the elixir we needed. Even that's all gone now, and there's nothing to do but wait. We're very sick, and there's no place above to hide from the city watch. They're breaking into houses all over our district. So we'll stay here and share the last hours together. Our fire will keep the rats away, but they'll inherit this city. Damien. I just thought it would be interesting if like we could break that. Ooh, there's a thing. There's a thing. The outsider walks among us. Oh no, you sure about that, man? I think the outsider part would kind of imply otherwise. It's just... we explore everything, you know? Even though I've played this most of the time, I just kind of ride through everything. Like, I know that this level doesn't mean much in terms of, like, chaos. Usually I just kill my way through it, I'll be real. Because it's one of the more boring levels, so... No dumping allowed. Drain to Wrenhaven River.
Aren't we supposed to load the bodies into carts headed to the flooded district?
Yeah, but screw that. That's too far. I don't want to catch the plague, do you?
No. Doesn't the elixir prevent it?
Maybe. Either way, let's just dump them down there. Let the rats eat them.
Attention Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair Empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state custody. Any evidence as to his whereabouts must be delivered to the City Watch at once.
Ew, is that rotten? Ew. Wow. You know... Okay, please. Poor guy. Ooh, copper wire, which is money. I should be smarter than this. Greetings, Corvo, should I say Lord Protector, as you were known before that title was wrongfully taken from you. We are servants of the Empire and of the true Empress, a group of loyalists who want very much to meet you. Take these weapons, crafted for you of the finest materials in the Isles, and meet with our man, Samuel, near where these tunnels spill into the Wrenhaven River. With all haste and luck, we share a common purpose. I sincerely doubt that. Hey, I'm just happy to have the, like, spinny knife. Like, that's cool. That's fucking cool. It's just an empty bottle. More money. Ah yes, the thing that I've already done, but I can never time properly. Jelly, in case you're too daft to remember, look to your whiskey for the answer. Whiskey, got it? If you want your share, you'll sort it out. If not, I'll come back for it next month. Okay, rude. Oh, well. Whiskey. Kinda wanna know, so like. It's not for rent anymore. Oh. That's not whiskey. I might be an idiot. It's okay. The Lord Regent is a shriveled prick and a liar. I mean, I'll back that. Oh my god. Yeah, combination required. But I'm an idiot. Oh. 451. Ooh. Money.
Won't get past me, sir.
Do you know who we're hunting here? Don't try to take him out alone.
But what if no one from the squad is around?
Then try to make a lot of noise when you die. Knock something over if you can.
Bastard.
Stealth.
Smells like a dead weeper in here.
Let me know if you want to gamble on the hounds again. Bug someone else.
Food.
Stay alert, not getting out this way on my watch.
No, stupid goddamn.
We're not drop assassinating.
Nasty furry filth. Firm.
Nasty furry filth.
What the what? Take that! Aha!
Gotta be here somewhere.
Wait. I have sleep bolts. Why am I doing this?
I'll get to that. Flag camp! Watch out! Got you now!
Gotcha!
Gotta be here somewhere. Can't believe you lost it. Help me find it. Ha! You little bastard. You slippery. Check everywhere. Find that son of a hell. I'll get this ball myself. You know you're here.
Come on, take a breath.
He's here! Just watch!
See, and this is why I usually just swim through this section.
We know you're here, and we'll find you. Here you are. Watch it.
See, the swimming ain't great here.
Slippery. Check everywhere. Help me find somewhere around.
hang out for a second. It's here by the Wren Haven I'll make my last home. It stinks to the void, but my grandmom's hagfish stew will drive the odor away. I remember sailing out on this river to the great ocean, that vast, blinding light and blue water. I was a tender 15, and our nets were always full to bursting. The old days before everything went to shit. Anyway it goes, it's either the boots of the watch against my skull, the teeth of the rats on my bones, or the trembles of the plague all over my skin. Don't matter none to me.
He's slippery. Check everywhere.
Don't. Is he dead? Is he dead? Oh my god. He's fucking dead? I did all that and the guy falls into the water and dies.
You won't get past me, sir. You know who we're hunting here? Don't try to take him out alone.
But what if no one from the squad is around?
Then try to make a lot of noise when you die. Knock something over if you can.
Bastard. Smells like a dead leaper in here. Oh, is that?
You know what? I can't believe that. We went through all that and the guy falls into the water and dies. Oh my god. I'm trying to go no deaths.
Won't get past me, sir. You know who we're hunting.
There's
here?
always one.
Don't try to take
Always
him out
one
alone.
that just
What if no one
dies
from
on
the
me, even
squad
though I
is
didn't
around?
kill him.
Then try to make a lot of noise when you die. Knock something over if you can.
Bastard. Smells like a dead leaper in here.
Anything scary? Please, not now. Stay alert, you worms. He's not getting out this way on my watch. Hey, what was it? I know I heard something. Something. You won't stay hidden for long. Let's find that son of a head. Who knows? We'll find it. Gotcha now.
Oh, he sees me? Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna go over to our little hidey hole that they can't reach.
Here you are. Get around it.
We read this. Oh. Okay. Anyway, they'll get border country, right?
You're going down. Watch out! I'll find you, you hagfish. Get it! Assassin, help! Can't stay hidden forever.
Fall down already.
Call out if you see us.
Just die.
We know you're here.
Just disappear.
Eyes sharp. Call out to each other if you spot him.
I heard you there. I know you're somewhere around here.
I know you're here. I'll flush you out. You'll keep running if you know what's good for you. Help me look for him. Come here, fucker. I'll flush you out. Check everywhere. Oh, I'll find you. Ha! You little bastard. Someone help me! Can't believe we lost it. You won't stay hidden for long. Got you now. Watch it. Take out his legs. Watch out. Yeah.
Damn, you guys are so violent. I'm trying to make sure that you live.
You're going down. Watch it. I'll find you, you hagfish. Lost him. We know you're...
Did one of them die? Does that count against me? I'm not risking it. I wanted this to be clean hands, so I'm not risking potentially having this little this group. I hate.
Do you know who we're hunting here?
Just want my superpowers already.
But what if no one from the squad is around?
Then try to make a lot of noise when you die. Knock something over if you can.
Bastard. Smells like a dead...
Or better not have died. I'm gonna put all of you by the fire so you can stay nice and toasty. Finally! And I killed him. I was trying to get the fucking rat! Oh, we love this. Okay, go.
He won't get past me, sir. Do you know who we're hunting here? Don't try to take him out alone.
Well, what if no one from the squad is around?
Then try to make a lot of noise when you die. Knock something over if you can.
Bastard.
Oh my god. Just climb up. You, sir, are my troublemaker. I'm done with you guys. I never want to see your faces again. Oh, you're a poor sucker. Oh well. Not my problem.
Attention Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair Empress and the disappearance
I'm done. I want out of here. I'm not having fun anymore.
I'm Samuel, and I work for some good people who want very much to meet you. They said you'd come out here. I could still hardly believe it. I'll take you to meet them. Just down the river from here.
And so help me. If we go through all this and it says that we killed somebody, which we didn't, yay! It's fine. This is fine. Hidden in an old bar on the river, your new allies have plans to share with you. Meet with the Loyalists' inner circle to learn what they've got in mind. I'm crying right now. Oh, and I know I could have done that so much easier, but no. We're not to the
This
point
is
where we
the
can just
Pitts
run through
pub.
levels anymore.
Closed for business. Half the
Not
district
yet.
marked off as
Not
dead
yet.
from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing. Of course, if anyone finds out what we're up to, the Watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart. I'll take you up to meet Admiral Havelock and the rest of the Loyalists. The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can.
I don't know why I just picked up my... See, I have been playing too many controller games that my brain is not computing with the rest of this.
So it's starting at last, Admiral.
We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here. Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock. A true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pits pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Sorry, you must be exhausted.
You need an
We can discuss
assassin.
this
Let's
further
be
after you've
correct.
recovered.
Let's
But
just
before
be
you
honest
retire,
here.
you
They need an
should
assassin.
introduce yourself to Piero.
That's it.
He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Yes, Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him, and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested.
I have the head bob turned up, like, to nothing. Because, oof, head bob, man. God, do I want to read this? Yes, because I'm committed to my reading. Excerpt from a series of newspaper articles from prominent natural philosophers by Piero Jocelyn. It is through no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed a preference for Sokolov's elixir over my own formula, sold as Piero's remedy, a name I did not choose, if you must know the truth. The public has spoken its usual message of idiocy, spending their coin as a means of selecting Sokolov's formula over mine, which I believe to be equal, if not superior. Much has been made over the popularity of these concoctions as a means of resisting this remarkable new plague. I say remarkable because this strain works with an efficiency we have not seen in the history of the Empire. This plague, now making its way through the city of Dunwall, is unrivaled in its effectiveness. I have studied it within the blood of those so afflicted, and it is nearly perfect, elegant, in fact. And while it is true that Pierre's remedy and Sokolov's elixir are known to protect the body against the plague equally, my own has properties, not fully understood, which relate to the mind itself and the spirit, and it is in this way that my formula wins out. Here is where one should pay attention to this contest. For you see, Sokolov's elixir, with its emphasis on the brute animal body, is a crass goo better suited for livestock. The subtle and secret variants in the key ingredients making up Pierre's remedy ensure that it works on the higher functions that separate humankind from the mindless blue-jawed hagfish swimming in the Brenhaven River. Damn, man.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin.
Okay.
No! This cannot happen now the tank of whale oil is running. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. Oil's unstable. When it explodes, there's a terrible mess.
An excerpt from a recent book detailing Sokolov's machines. One of the advantages of Sokolov's technologies is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks of processed whale oil they use as fuel. When a tank is exhausted, another can be plugged into place with ease, and the process is simple enough that any common workman, or even the lower guardsmen of the city watch, can handle the task. This applies to the arc pylon and wall of light security systems, as well as the powered carriages used for transport by those few who are wealthy enough to afford them. The only obvious downside of Sokolov's designs is the volatility of the tanks themselves. A few incidents have occurred, resulting in damage to property or bodily harm whenever one of the tanks has exploded. It's like, oh yeah, the only problem is that the tanks are incredibly explosive. Piero, no, I will not sign off on these purchases. A bag of powdered crystal, Tegan ore. What's wrong with the metals in crystal? King Sparrow feathers. If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the Academy, everything you needed was paid for by tariff and handed out willy-nilly, but this is my bar, or what's left of it, and we are operating on a budget. We're low on oil, food, elixir, building materials, and everything else, so you've got to slow down. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve your purchases unless they are absolutely required. No more copper wire or special herbs. If you need those things, go out and scavenge them. Half the city is in ruin, so no one's going to miss any of the odd crap you seem to need. Admiral Havelock. An excerpt from the notes of a natural philosopher aboard a whaling ship. Remarkably, each specimen I've had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variance in physiology. On the second leg of the trip, east of Tevia, the crew hauled aboard a female, some 42 feet in length. Or was it feet or inches? No, it's feet. I estimate she weighed 35 tons, and the ship sat low, rocking side to side through the night with her thrashing. By candlelight, I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellowing, I cut into the mass of tentacles around her mouth. Within, I found a row upon row of teeth and a baleen running along the upper jaw. Through this broom-like structure, I assumed she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. That's not horrific at all. Excerpt from a manual on new City Watch procedures, commissioned by the Lord Regent in the face of the growing plague crisis. The dead counter is a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades. In most matters of edict or curfew enforcement, these officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any dead counter will have command in situations related to the plague and the handling of the dead, including those with late-stage plague symptoms called weepers in common parlance. Starting in the month of rain, interested officers may apply for the test and, if accepted, for the 2-week training tour. Pay will be administered in coin and rations of elixir at 1 1/2 normal pay grade. Oh, God. I committed. Excerpt from the founder of the Greaves Whale House by Ebenezer Greaves. Out at sea, they secure the beast with hooks, with lines cast from the main ship and from several smaller boats. Buoys keep the whale from diving deep. Once it's caught, a larger hook is driven through the tail, which is used to hoist the creature up through the chute. They moan and bellow for some time as the men get them onto the deck, then lift them into the scaffolding overhead. The ship adjusts its prow and returns to port in Dunwall, where the crew works on the great creature, slicing off the fattiest parts while it still lives. I swear, I eat like next to no meat. And I have to continue eating meat because of dietary restrictions with my health, but like, nope. I'm not having any meat tonight. I swear I'm gonna have like a fucking grilled cheese or something. Sokolov no longer has the upper hand in regards to supplies of whale oil. The good admiral has paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work in this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling when the empty tank is held near the oil tank refill pump. The magnetic attractor should take the tank and lock it into the correct configuration. Using the lever will begin the refilling process. Once the refilling is completed, the tank can be removed and placed in service. Extreme caution must be used in the handling of full tanks. They are quite unstable. This system is sound and well engineered. It appears that the Greaves Oil Company has done something correctly, for once. I love the character there. Okay. Okay, so, 1 second. Because what I'm gonna do is gonna be a little mean. I accidentally killed Piero. It's fine. That's why I saved.
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate
Now
that
plug
a
it in.
human being might, by a process of
Just get it
adaptation,
near
produce
the
high
insect.
energy
Magnetism will do the
body.
rest.
Shut up,
I
Piero!
could build a tank that would slowly increase.
He deactivated the subtitles!
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high-energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time and then observe them for years if need be to see if the formulation of energetic substances developed. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities subject to the necessary legal amnesty.
I knew Piero was a mad scientist, Sokolov is too, and we have to acknowledge the fact that, let's face it, historically, that's what people have done in history. Human experimentation and, like, awful, awful things for the sake of quote-unquote science. I mean, it does not change the fact that I am not happy with it.
Just get it near. Perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face, but this mask will mean terror to them. If you just hold still, the fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Send the lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need.
That's
Tell
why I
me what
needed
can
money.
make for you.
Yeah, let's have a look. See what we can get, my guy. Yes. Yes. Great. I have 67 coins left. Get myself 2 sleep bowls. That's nice. Very pretty.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep.
Ed, let me
Your life
go!
will get
You talk
even
so
more
slowly!
difficult soon. You should rest while you can.
I'm just impatient.
Sleep well.
Okay. Thank you. Somewhere else. Let's go. I should have just walked there. It would have been better. More thematic, you know? And then this becomes way more shocking. Seriously, there are times that I'm like, I wish I could play Dishonored for the first time again.
Hello, Corvo. Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void.
Is that where
I
we
am
are?
the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world, great forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power, my gift to you. Come find me.
I'm gonna have to remap everything. You cannot save her, just repeat it a lot of times. Corvo, I am very sad. They say that you're dead like Mother, but I'm going to put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river because I do not believe them. Living here is very strange. I do not like it, so please come for me if you can. I will. How dare they put their hands on you? Fucking creeps. I don't need to drink a mana potion. What if I just... I can't walk over it. Unfortunate. I kind of wanted to kick things. I love the little whispers.
In the days that follow, your trials will be great, Corvo.
I'm up for the
ancient
task.
runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing.
I think I figured out a way for this to, like, not irritate me.
With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden.
Guess whose heart it is?
Listen to the heart now, and find another room.
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning.
Okay, can we just go? Beautiful times, beautiful times.
All of time is meaningless here. Neither seconds nor centuries. Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky. The one who walks here is all things. Cradle songs of comfort and arms marked by teeth.
We're about to spend some time remapping before we exit out. Okay, thank you. I don't have what I need. Bend, time, and possession are gonna be our saving graces for this. So we're gonna save up for the bend time first. Then we'll level up blank, and then we'll get possession.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
For fun. It's not a dream. Excerpt from an overseer's covert field report. Oh, for over a year now, I have lived away from the Abbey without the company of my overseer brethren or the guidance of the blind sisters of the oracular order. Days have passed with me sleeping in the dens of cut purses, murderers, and worse. The nights have seen me prowling through the worst alleyways and wretched corners of Dunwell. I have taken my meals with killers. At times, I have ventured beyond the city walls, meeting in forgotten graveyards and the outlying ruins frequented by those of ill means. My beard has grown long, and I wear the weathered clothing and bits of boiled leather favored by the Bottle Street and Hatter gangs, and by those rough men and women who make their trade knifing others in return for coin. My hands have run red with blood, it's true, but I have selected my targets with care, choosing among those criminals and heretics who were not fit to live, executing them justly and using their deaths as a means of building my reputation. So far, this trick has allowed me to make my name among my murderous colleagues without taking the lives of the innocent, who you determine is innocent. Anyway. My goal is singular. I must impress the assassin named Dowd in order to get close to him. Of all the practitioners of black magic we have tracked, none concern the Abbey as much as Dowd. It is said that his mother was a witch from one of the archipelagos off the Pandician coast, taken by captive by pirates venturing far from the Isles. According to the legend, by the time the ship returned, the captain was dead, and the witch controlled the crew, with Dowd still a shadow in her belly. Oh my. I have not talked this much in a long time, The earliest stories tell of a gang killer without mercy moving among the shopkeepers and city watch officers of Dunwall like a reaper through wheat. Then a period of silence followed. Years we now believe he spent traveling the Isles, studying anatomy and the occult in the great halls of learning and in hidden basements frequented by fellow dabblers in the forbidden arts. Dowd is even purported to have spent a winter in the Academy of Natural Philosophy itself, and for a time before a schism developed, he counted the Brigamore witches among his allies. All the while he honed his craft, and it is during this time that we believe he began to consort with the outsider. New reports emerged of a dusky-skinned assassin paid by the elite to eliminate their rivals in Dunwell and in the other major cities across the Isles. Those who saw him and lived numbered in the handful, but all of them reported something strange. He appeared and vanished like smoke. From a nearby rooftop he gestured, and a noble woman stumbled from her balcony, falling to her doom on the cobblestones below. Most recently, as this new threat of plague has risen in Dunwall, Dowd has been seen leading a gang of men in dark leather, dressed as factory whalers in their vapor masks. They seem loyal beyond comprehension for one so unworthy, leading me to wonder if some of his magic is dedicated to lulling their minds, enslaving them. Why is this so long? I can do this. It's fine. I'm just... Oh my god. Oh... Only a month ago, one young girl claims to have come upon a strange scene carrying a bottle of milk home to her crippled brother. She was taking a shortcut through the tailor's district. In a narrow street, she passed beneath a window and heard unusual sounds from within. Pushing aside the ratty curtain, the girl saw into an abandoned apartment used by miscreants for gambling and trading haberweed. An occult shrine had been erected against the far wall, which she recognized from the teachings given by her local overseer. A man she described as resembling Dowd was kneeling before the shrine, muttering to an unseen spirit as if in argument. He took a carving made of pale bone from the altar before him, and the lights all went out in a gush of unclean wind. Quiet as a field mouse, she slipped away, running until she reached her home. There can be no doubt Dowd is an agent of the outsider and must die, for there is no limit to the evil this man might do. This is my solemn oath and the great purpose of my life. Until Dowd is dead, and his corruption has been purged from the world, I will continue to move among the depraved, winding my way towards him. I will not drop my guise nor don my overseer mask again until Dowd breathes no more.
All suspicion, regardless of severity, must be reported.
Are you kidding me? Okay, an excerpt from the personal memoirs of Hiram Burroughs, dated several years earlier. This is the fourth day, month of high cold. Progress continues on the suppression of gang activity in the distillery district, but more slowly than I'd expected. The ruffians operating there have been cunning. I'll grant them that. But it's only a matter of time. I'll see their leaders flagged in public and sent beneath the royal executioner's blade. If I had my way, that mute bastard would be working night and day removing the heads that need removing. Internally, the Empress does not seem pleased with my investigation. It seems that it is beyond her thinking, against her very nature as a trusting person, to believe that traitors move among us. But I know they do. They must. No, Jessamine would rather spend her time with the royal protector. At least he's likely to stop any immediate threat to her safety. But a strong arm is not what's needed against those who would undermine us. But a strong arm is not what's needed against those who would undermine us. How will Corvo's sword stop a poisoned wine glass or an explosive delivered by courier? It will not. There are many threats around us, threats requiring meticulous efforts to police. Okay, so that's what it meant. Okay, makes sense now. Young Lady Emily is undisciplined, I'm afraid. Here within Dunwall Tower, she receives instruction from the finest tutors known in the Isles, yet her mother spoils her, and she spends most of her time lost in imagination, wasting her time drawing or asking Corvo to teach her to fight with wooden sticks. This girl might rule the Empire someday. Every moment spent at play is a moment wasted. She's a child. She's a child. Shoring up security for the main gate leading into Dunwall Tower has been another pet project of late. To think that back in his day, Emperor Caldwin left it open to the public during the day, allowing anyone to come and go as they pleased. If it were up to me, I'd seal off access to the streets entirely, but the Empress won't hear of it. The water lock is much easier to protect, and if it were the only way into the tower, traffic in and out would be greatly reduced. Someday the wrong person is going to slip in, and we'll all suffer for it. Mark my words. No amount of security is excessive when it comes to protecting the heads of state. Oh, somebody's a fascist. The Empress also disapproves of my plans for the Sokolov devices. Sokolov himself has no interest in security, of course, but he's vain and therefore keen to see his inventions deployed in any fashion. This wall of light he's been tinkering with has promise. In any case, at least I was able to convince the Empress to upgrade the pistols carried by officers of the Watch. Why do I worry so when no one else seems to care? If I ever fall asleep, will it all sink into the ocean? Will the rough things clamber over the walls and fill themselves on our flesh? This is what I see in the same dream several times each month. If only I had more say in things, more authority, I could protect us all. Perhaps I have been working too hard. Dinner and evening conversation with a certain lady of refinement might be in order. Perhaps somewhere nice in the estate district. Hiram Burroughs, Royal Spy Master. My guy, I think you need a little bit of mental health counseling. Because you seem a little paranoid, and you're having recurring nightmares. It might be something to look into, Hiram. I don't know. Oh god, more books. Oh! I love this. You want the chinwag on Slackjaw. What he was like when we was young before I got his name. Well, he's always got a cool head now, but it weren't always like that in the days before he was boss of the Bottle Street Gang. Time was, young Slackjaw wasn't such a reasonable man. Like most of us, he grew up on the streets, running with a pack of ragamuffins and avoiding the law, pinching wherever he needed. Dark-haired and dark-eyed, smoking a pipe by the age of 10. For them born into brothels or coming from the orphanages, it was either the gangs or working with the mudlarks, and no one wants that. Some got pressed into the Navy or put out into the mines run by the Pendletons or Boyle families. As hard as it was on the streets, as hungry as we all got, at least we was free. By the time we weren't little uns? I don't know. Look, I got a southern accent. This is not a southern accent. Slackjaw was one to watch, usually calling the shots when we took down a farmer's cart or sidewalk street vendor. He'd come up with the plan, give everyone some part to play, and decide on the split. Most of us just went along because we learned fast that we made out better like that. More food, more coin, plus none of us wanted to deal with Slackjaw when he was in a rage. He worked a couple of big jobs back when Black Sally across town, and that was enough to get the attention of the other bosses. He wasn't just a street kid anymore. He was an up-and-comer, which meant trouble. Another guy who fancied himself as such was Mike the Fish, who was working his way up running the protection racket among the factory women. One fine evening, were all talking in a bawdy show in the theater house. Mike the Fish and his lot are in the cheap seats too, just down the aisle from us. Mike gets a wild idea he wasn't big on the planning, and throws a heavy ceramic spittoon at Slackjaw. Hits him square in the face and breaks his jaw. We look to see if there's going to be a blood brawl, but Slackjaw just points to the door and we all leave with Mike laughing at our backs. Waking up the next day without telling us why, Slackjaw motions for us all to follow. He still can't say a word, so we just come along. We stop at the docks and Slackjaw pays coin for it, a heavy chain covered in hooks. It's for fishing in the deep, something you'd attach to a long line off the side of a ship. It's about 4 feet, made of thick links, and there are shark hooks coming off it at different angles. Slackjaw's got that thing wrapped around his left arm, dangling at his side. Not sure how he knew where Mike the Fish was staying, but when we reach his girl's house, Slackjaw throws a bottle through the window just like that. It's almost noon. There's a bunch of screaming inside, and Mike pokes his head out, looking wide-eyed and baffled. When he sees Slackjaw out in the street, a look comes over his face that still gives me the willies. Pure murder. Mike comes out the side door, bellowing like a buttocks, holding a cleaver, heading straight for Slackjaw. When they come together in the street, Slackjaw spins and the shark hooks bite deep into Mike's arm and shoulder. He screams, but Slackjaw holds onto the chain. He's standing there with his jaw broken, clenched tight, with a chain wrapped around his left arm, hooks sunk into Mike the Fish, just knifing him as fast as he can. Mike couldn't fight very well, hooked like that, and using his left hand, but he was a big guy. It took a lot of stabbing before he went to his knees. Everyone was cheering at first, but then we all went quiet. It just kept going and going until finally it was just Mike the Fish blubbering, crying like a baby, and the sound of Slackjaw's knife. When it was over, and here's the brilliant part, Slackjaw took out a note and stuck to Mike's face with a nail. It just said, "If you want a job, come to Bottle Street." Slackjaw didn't talk right for a couple months, but word spread fast. By the end of the year, once we had a sizable gang going, he sent out letters to the other bosses, telling them that he was running a brand new crew over on Bottle Street. Most of them laughed or beat up the guys who delivered the letters. Green-eyed Trish even came back missing a thumb. But apparently Slackjaw was expecting that kind of reaction and had a backup plan. A week later, 4 of the bosses were dead. Seemed like a series of unfortunate events, but everyone knew better. One shot dead by the watch while standing in the middle of a meat market. Another slipping and falling into the water out cold. One of the older bosses found in bed with his belly open wide and a TV and pear stuck into his mouth. Still not sure what that meant. And Sheila Barnsworth was found bubbling in a cauldron of hot wax. Slackjaw sent out another set of letters, offers to the underbosses, telling them they'd be treated fair as peers. He even sent Green-eyed Trish one of the letters. All of the underbosses accepted. After spilling the guts of his main competition, Slackjaw went in for stabilizing his business, real neat-like, calling in favors, smoothing things over, giving everyone a little bit of coin or drink as a bonus, showing what he could be like as a boss. So everything got quiet, which always makes the boys of the City Watch nervous, of course. Word went out among the Royal Spymaster Snitches, the responsible citizens group they called themselves, telling everyone working in a shop or sweeping off the front steps of their homes to keep a watchful eye for Slackjaw and his men, trying to suss out what they were up to and what had just happened. But Slackjaw ain't stupid. He greased a few palms among the shopkeepers and the watch, too, telling them that he was in town to stay and that things would be run properly from now on, without so much blood. He was finally a real boss, ready to settle into the business of moving whiskey, running hound fights, and offering up the ladies and gentlemen of the night, if you take my meaning. Then the plague came. At first, it seemed like a good thing. A few people got sick, and everyone wanted to buy those potions from Sokolov or Piero, health elixirs, spiritual remedies, they call them. Slackjaw told me he saw an opportunity. We already had an old whiskey factory with a still where we could water the stuff down and sell it discounted. Doing the same with the Sokolov elixir was a smart plan. Pretty soon everyone in the slums was sick and business was good, but after a while there were so many people down with the plague that everyone got scared. Everybody started acting real nasty and everything fell apart. When people can't work, they don't have the coin for elixir, watered down or pure. When the Empress died, it seemed like Dunwall would slide into the void. Spymaster Burroughs took over, and the Watch started using all that new Sokolov technology. Watchtowers, tall boys, and them arc pylons. They put a wall of light across Clavering Boulevard and cracked down hard. But Slackjaw surprised us again. Instead of leaving town on a boat bound for Morley or one of the other isles, he stayed and kept it all together. We get as much elixir to fight off the plague as the City Watch with their taxes and rations, and that's kept us alive, so far. Crowley of the Bottle Street Gang. I am sorry, the southern accent took over there for a hot minute. Got family from Georgia, so it's a little unfortunate thing that comes out every so often. Another one. Excerpts from the ramblings of a street denizen. Of course I'll tell you, dearie. I won't keep any secrets from you in the end. All the dreary days of my life are like the windows of a house. From the kitchen I can see out into the garden where the leaves and stalks are brown and buggied, and you can see a little lump of dirt where something was wrapped in a blanket and laid to rest along the rows of twisting vines. In the front room looks out into the street where the neighbors are all setting fire to their homes, barricading themselves inside, warm and snug, dearie. Don't forget about the bedroom, either. It sees into a dreary alley where hooligans are playing a game with an old man. The first two are hitting him with sticks, and the girl with them is kicking at his dry old ribs. Oh, to have those bones, to boil them in a pot. No one lives in my house anymore, dearie. No one you'd want to meet. When I lived there with my husband, we were fine people. Vera More, everyone would say. Your house is as grand as Boyle Manor. Better even. Your dinners are lavish, and your parties are the best. When that young Sokolov came to paint my portrait, I was nearly still in my prime. Radiant, he said, and he was just barely a man. So young, painted all the best people across the land. Everyone wanted a portrait by his hand, all my friends. I was the only one, dearie, wet with his paint, glistening on the canvas for a pretty coin. But it wasn't all parties and paintings. My husband and I weren't always at home, no. We traveled together, he and I, to the far ends of the Isles, beyond even, all the way to the red cliffs of Pandysia, to dig in the rocks and crawl through the caves, holding up candles and squinting at the walls. Many precious things we came upon, but none so precious as the boy with the black eyes, dearie. All those marks and bones carved so deep and polished so bright. I brought the old bones home, hid them from my dear husband. When I learned to boil them down and carve them myself, they made such good presents, dearie. The little mute boy took them home. He loved them so. All the time he came back with new bones for me, holding them up so I could see it in his eyes, even though his tongue was still. Granny, his eyes would say to me, "Carve these bones for me, make me another present." And he went so far, all the way to Dunwall Tower, the royal headsman himself. Now, my little mute boy with his shiny, shiny sword. Better bones were what I needed, you see. Better bones to carve and polish and scrape and gleam. My dear old husband was always tired. I made him a soup when he was sick. Better bones was all. For my little mute boy, carved in the name of the one with the black eyes. And after my husband was gone, given away as birthday gifts, I didn't want to live there anymore. So now I'm old and don't have many to give my presents to. It's sifting through the garbage for granny rags and feeding those little birdies that gather at my feet. No one wants to have tea, dearie, especially those rude louts on Bottle Street. Slackjaw and his boys, always meddling with an old woman, just trying to make her way. In the end, we'll be together with him. You and me in the dreary night with stars above and below, and always with the one with the black eyes, dearie. Okay, that wasn't as bad. Okay. I actually don't need anything else in here, so we're just kind of trying to wipe it out. Because 2 will be our slow time, our bend time correction, and 3 will be possession. Let's go rob our friends!
Should I clear space for Samuel then?
If you like, but he won't use it.
Why?
He can't sleep in regular beds anymore, or that's what he says. Says he was in the Navy too long. Can you believe it?
Oh.
That pile of wood out there? It's a hovel he built from an old rowboat. Where does Admiral Havelock find these people, I wonder?
Lord Pendleton Memoirs, Chapter 27. In my 13th
Oh, I'm robbing
his spy
Pendleton, good.
stepmother at last departed, and Pendleton Hall was again quiet, although father had by then sunk into deep depression. It was at this sensitive time that Waverly Boyle first entered my life. She who will be the source of many tender recollections to come.
Okay. Hi, Cecilia. Oh god, more books. I prefer the interesting ones. A Gaffer's Tale Volume 1, or A Gaffer's Early Adventures. My sister Nina and I left TVA together, saying goodbye to our aunt, the woman who had raised us since childhood, leaving behind our home city of Yarrow and the cold but beautiful white landscapes we had always known. We boarded a ship for Dunwall. Our parents had left us with a sizable inheritance, and we spent half of this getting to the capital city and establishing a small import shop dedicated to Tevian furs. Once I'd helped Nina establish the business, I was free to pursue my dream. Signing on with a whaling ship was the most exciting thing I'd ever done, and I saw it as a means to an end. Someday I would captain my own crew and eventually own a fleet of similar vessels. With tears in her eyes, Nina kissed me farewell, and I did not see her again for many months. As an apprentice to the Gaffer, I got to see the tracking and killing of the great beasts up close. Nothing had ever fired my spirit so as the wind and pounding waves racing after a wounded whale, being pulled by a skein of cables embedded in its thick flesh. I changed more in those first 7 months than I had in the previous 7 years. Whaling was beginning to put a mark on me so that Nina barely recognized me when I returned, tanned and snewy with muscle, weather creases already wrinkling the corners of my eyes, but she could see that I was filled with joy, having found my purpose. That was also pretty short, so thank you. Goodness. Remember whose room this is? It makes sense when you think about it like that. While each of the isles has some form of naval fleet, none is more envied than that of Bristol, with its long, proud history of great ships and the admirals who command them. Boys come of age in the cities of Bristol hoping to someday captain such a ship, and family dynasties are made by those captains who track down infamous pirates and crush seditious uprisings, as during the Morley insurrection. Morley. In times of war and peace, Bristol continues to innovate at sea. The ship designs of Anton Sokolov himself now represent the highest standard in the whaling trade, allowing crews to haul their kill up over the deck and begin their butchery and processing, even as the ship returns to Dunwall. The crews can be seen working on their latest whale as the ship moves slowly up the Wrenhaven River, coming to dock with one of the powerful warehouse companies, such as the Greaves Whaling House. Suspended in the rigging overhead and backlit by the setting sun, the silhouette of one of these creatures makes a moving, wrong sight, as it cruises to its final resting place in the industrial heart of the capital city. It's okay. See, I find this whenever I like read files. They don't expect you to read the files, I swear they don't, because 95% of the time there's like they're not bad. They're not bad, but there's some issues. Yeah. No, Morley. This is Moray. Okay. Double M's, man. Yep, close the door. Good. It has been days since our men were dispatched to stash weapons for Corvo in the old sewer. They have not returned, so I can only hope that they succeed in getting the packages delivered. Great, so those people that were around it died for you. Piero spent considerable time and resources making those things. If I could find a way to mass produce them, the Dunwall Navy would secure its place as the dominant force on the globe. But back to Corvo. Can he actually break out of Coldridge? And if so, will he make his way here? Personally, I give him odds of 1 in 5. Great. Love the faith in me. Gaffer's Tale, Volume 2, or A Gaffer's Final Passage. After more than a quarter of a century, I'm done with whaling, too broken to continue. I've seen all the corners of the Isle and made more coin than most men see in a lifetime, but it's all gone. I've lived through an emperor and watched his daughter take the throne. Fair young empress she was, but slain so young. Everything beautiful comes to die. I've eaten in every port of the known world and sailed in the loneliest waters you could imagine. I've seen the cliffs around Pandysia. Even the best of it doesn't give me an ounce of joy. The years come back across my dreams as a line of butchered bodies. Long, sleek, and singing among the waves under the moonlight, only to be speared by ugly, weather-scarred men who'd knife each other for a good pair of boots. Each year I had less time to come home. My tongue forgot the language of small chatter, and those who lived in the cities thought me odd. My sister Nina hardly knew what to say to me during our visits. When she lost her business to the Lord Regent's crooked barrister, I was 100 miles east of Morley, gaff hand frozen from the sleet as we tracked the first bull whale we'd seen in months. I helped her as much as I could, but Nina died in the early days of the plague. None of it mattered. If I'm jaded and bitter, it's because this industry has taken away my dreams. The world has beaten me. Damn, man.
The Weeper count for the month of seeds has increased. The Lord Regent has decreed that plague ordinances will remain in effect through the month of rain. Stay alert and stay loyal.
What will we do with the drunken whaler? What will we do with the drunken whaler? That's fine. This is a song from the trailer. How nice. And I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd. For the foggy gray wastes of the outsider, we will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions so that others will not lose their way. And to those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes, in far places we will strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt. Oh, bam. Oh God, more books. I'm gonna regret this. Oh my God. Who keeps books in the bathroom? Close the toilet, please. Oh, we already read this. Lord Nathan Bale, right? Bale, not Boyle. Shaking with outrage. How dare you, sir, clothes so in my very home? I should hand you over to the watch, depraved Tevian. Prince Kalasar, moving closer. That's a harsh welcome for royalty, my lord. Your daughter treated me with much more hospitality. Alas, she has gone out for the evening, leaving me all alone. Nathan Bale, stammering and studying the younger man before him. What are you doing? Leave this house. Go back to your frozen wasteland, Palfresco. Oh, I love place. There's no need for anger between us, Lord Bale. Is it so wrong for me to be here? As I've proven, I've developed an affinity for you and your family. Oh my. Kalasar, your skin is so warm it burns. Are you fucking kidding me? Somebody's out here reading steamy plays. Finding my way by the feeble light of the dying fire, I saw her working. A large needle moved in her hand, following precise esoteric patterns, knots and loops of a seamstress craft from ancient days beneath her needle. His body clenched and shuddered, shaking the wooden table. A morbid fascination pulled me closer until she turned her blank face towards me, resting the needle in his flesh. With a refined tone, she addressed me. So you are the lover, I presume. You too have been unfaithful, and now it is your turn to be mended. It is now your turn to be mended, whatever. Oh, so it's a murder mystery now. Heck yeah. Okay, that was actually kind of fun. Oh.
Attention Dunwall citizens. River traffic forbidden from landing in the distillery.
Oh, that's outside. No, that was funny. I don't want to speak to Havelock yet. Ooh, I can rob the bar. That's what I can do. Hi, Cecilia. I'm robbing the bar. It's nothing personal. I'm just doing that. Oh yeah, so we have to get that. Second. Yeah, already been here. Okay, cool.
Somewhere in the basements below, Hound kills Hound, and money changes hands. Admiral Havelock has seen more corpses than all the rest put together.
I don't want to get eaten by fish, though. I don't really. I can just go. Okay, Ben time. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Okay, can I just... I get stuck.
Such laughter, and they're singing the old songs, linking arms. But that was from a happier time.
Part of the soul live in the heart? If the heart keeps beating, does that
Good. Because that sounds a little terrifying, my guy.
Havelock, what can I do for you?
Oh, it's something about Havelock. I don't care. And I guess that's pretty much all that we need. Can I enter in here yet? Yes, I can. At the end of every year, after the last day of the month of songs, we begin the Fugue Feast. The new year has not started, and thus the time that follows is outside the calendar. A period of celebration and feasting begins, during which people abandon the very practices that kept them whole and healthy over the year. Many leave their homes, euphoric with spirits or potent herbs. Some paint their faces or wear masks to conceal themselves as they pursue their passions without reservation. When the right cosmological signs are observed and it is time for the calendar to begin anew, the sitting High Overseer calls for the hymn of atonement and the fugue feast ends. Families return to their homes, wives to their husbands. Enemies put down their weapons and the fires are extinguished. No complaint is given for those who have wronged others, deviated from ancient codes, or discarded oaths. For this time during the astrological alignment does not exist and is not recorded. The following day starts the new year, marked on the first day of the month of Earth, as it has always been. So it's like a purge period.
Elementary sums. History of the Isles. Geography of the Isles. The Seven Strictures. Litany of the White Cliff. Sayings of the Overseer. One day we'll get a few new books.
My stomach twisted as the engines of the odd vessel roared louder. It was the creation of Orcado, the third prefect from the Academy of Natural Philosophy. He was exhilarated, savoring each of the small craft's undulations. Orcado pulled a lever and a great gout of smoke surrounded us. The smell of burning whale oil grew unbearable as the machine propelled itself upward. I was too afraid to look through the window, which suddenly didn't feel thick enough. As if knowing my thoughts, Overseer Byrne looked at me and smiled. Recite some of the litany, my pupil. It will protect your heart from the turpitude of the void on our way to the outer spheres. Once a child shows... Okay, we already read this. Cool. This is why I need to keep Blink out. Is there anything in the dumpster? There's sometimes things in dumpsters.
Attention, citizens of Dunwall. The Old Port District has been added to the evacuation list. The Weeper count for the month of seeds has increased. The Lord Regent has decreed that plague ordinances will remain in effect through the month of rain. Stay alert and stay loyal.
Okay. Okay. We're good. We've explored everything.
Well, let's get down to it.
Yeah, let's.
First off, I know that assassination is dark business, but sometimes good men have to do bad things to make the world right. Our
Is
purpose
that what
is
you
clear.
truly believe?
We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Kaldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight, High Overseer Campbell dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers, an army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary. Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location. Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive. That's the gist of it. Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you. Another thing. Campbell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin. He's one of us, and if you manage to find him, give him whatever help you can. He's a master strategist, and he got caught working for our cause. It'd be good to have him back here at the Hound Pits.
What you've read here is the truth, regardless of what you hear from the authorities who rule over us. It's not a matter of coincidence that the former royal spy master is the one who stepped in when the late Empress fell. We, who will remain nameless, believe that these events are interconnected. The signs of oppression are all around us. The Sokolov designs originally intended to provide light and warmth in our homes have been turned against us as a means of inspiring fear and controlling our movements through the city. And where did this plague originate? Some say it was imported. A wild theory, perhaps. One of our members risked her life to obtain an internal report from the government, which we will be printing and sharing soon, called The Exquisite Tallboy, extolling the virtues of this newest member of the City Watch. To those in the streets below, these virtues are horrors, spread by the stilted thugs who rain down fire on the sick and the poor. To those eyes, the Tallboy is another government bully, armed with incendiary devices, thickly armored, and standing high overhead, looking down at the common people of the city. We now know that the Tallboys are heavily drugged, imbibing a substance that renders them resistant to pain, but also dulls whatever empathy they might normally possess. Exquisite? We think not. Copy these words and share them with your neighbors, and remember, when the tides are lowest, the truth will be revealed. Damn. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the dramatic nature. I love that, like, you could just be a casual menace.
If you've...
Oh, of course.
Corvo. Hello. I'm Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer. That wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me. But my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch.
Jeff! Yeah, I love Jeff!
He's a good man, and my only
We met him at the beginning, he was traveling with me.
The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison. And I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession. Before you became an assassin.
I never wanted to become an assassin. So, don't worry. Jeff's gonna be fine. We always say Jeff. Because we don't want Callista to cry.
Ready to go? Just give the signal.
Yep. We are going to, at the very least, get there because, oh my god, this is so long. Fascinating. Anyway, High Overseer Campbell leads the city's militant religious faction and is a close ally to the Lord Regent. Campbell is completely corrupt and holds the secret to Emily's location. Infiltrate the office of the High Overseer, steal Campbell's journal, and eliminate him. An ally to the Loyalist, Martin is being held there. Free him and allow him to escape.
rough trip. Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy. Half the city's dead of the plague. The other half's fighting over what's left. City Watch still holds the bigger streets, and they've set up those wall of light checkpoints. A man walks through one of those, and he ends up burned to a crisp. Everything not controlled by the City Watch is gang territory. And there are the real odd birds living on the fringes, like that Granny Rags. They say she's nuts. I don't know which is worse. Just take your pick.
I'm gonna go get that bone charm and then we're gonna be done. I also have to remap this too.
Nearly midnight. But easy, damn it. Keep them in the boat. Canal's got enough shit in it as it is.
1, 2, 3, heave!
Good. Keep them coming. Hey, what is it?
Dearest Gwen, the city is going to burn. I've sold everything, so there's nothing left for me. There's nothing for me here now except you. I'll wait for you where Clavering Boulevard crumbles into the river where we used to meet. We'll take the money I've made and bribe our way onto a passing whale ship. I won't leave without you. And if you won't come, I'd rather be rat food. Love, Arthur. Arthur, you need to value yourself more. Just saying.
What?
Yeah, the little one. Ain't moving no more.
Darren? Darren and Gwen. Oh my gosh. Arthur, she was cheating on you. Darren and Gwen. Okay, you're rude.
One, two, three.
Good. Keep them coming.
I can't believe that. She was cheating on him.
One, two, three, heave!
The city's dead. We'll make it 3 more months.
Oh, nasty. Little filth.
I'm just kind of curious. Okay, so it's just... Okay. Hey, how are you?
Sorry, I can't help you. I don't know this area well.
Alright, like I said, we're gonna save and we're gonna pick this up another time because it's been 3 hours of me pretty much reading to you. So I hope you enjoyed story time. Oh, no, wrong button. Alright, so So much reading. So much reading. That was so much reading. Okay. So much reading. Alright, we're done. We're done. We're done. We'll pick this up again next week with more Dishonored. We also have our making day on Wednesday, where I know exactly what we're going to be doing. It's over here. I'm staring at it. It's pain in the ass. It's going to take so much time. It's going to take so much time. I'm hoping I can at least get like some of it done, because I think I might be doing like a thing with it, but I don't know yet. I really don't know. It's kind of a work in progress. I might have to make bias tape, which is gonna suck because I don't have my sewing machine. It broke. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. I might just focus on the weathering and do any bias tape work later. Yeah, beside the point. I am so tired of just, that was a lot of reading. I made a mistake saying, oh yeah, let me just do some reading. Bad choice. So yeah, I am going to go and probably eat a late lunch because I ate at like 8 a.m. and it's now 3. Something that is not meat, because oh my gosh, that really, no. Yeah, so I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope to see you next week for more Dishonored. And if you're into my making day, it's kind of like a thing where I do whatever project I'm working on and we can just work together. It's like a co-work thing. I don't know how to word it. I'm hoping I'm gonna hit the right button. I did not in fact hit the right button. I still did not hit the right button. I hit the right button. 3 tries. Okay. So yeah. I am looking forward to doing Dishonored, both as like a fun, chaotic, just like low chaos bit. I love that I'm using chaotic to describe low chaos, but like there's a reason why we're using bend time and possession. I always get stuck in like the same, oh, I'm gonna be super stealthy. No, we're gonna get noticed so many times that we're just gonna stop time so that nobody can do anything about it and run away. That's how we're gonna do it, and it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fun. And then when we eventually go back for high chaos, I'm not gonna do any of the reading. We're just gonna go through as fast as possible, killing as many people as possible, including civilians, because that'll make me feel bad and I can cry. Yeah, but for now, like, we're gonna do Dishonored because I have not played it on stream for a hot second, so, and I don't have the archived streams of it either, so something to fill in. And we're gonna be doing probably Dead by Daylight with their anniversary event on Saturday, just because I'm trying to get through the anniversary event as fast as possible. It's a lot of fun, honestly. Like, some people are not having fun with it, and I'm like, I'm sorry. So yeah, go out, have fun, and be wonderful people, because I will see you back, and I will hold you accountable for being good people. Not really, but like, I don't know your life. So, yeah, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye!